Are we ready to play euchre? Whose deal is it?
It's my deal.
What did you turn up?
10 of hearts.
Let me feel my cards. I think I'll order up the hearts.
Okay.
I'm going to start by leading the jack of hearts.
I'll play the ace of hearts.
Now you're probably wondering why I'm sitting here with a group of Boy Scouts playing euchre with a blindfold on. We have a very good reason. People who are visually impaired or blind need to have recreation and fun like everyone else. I'm trying to show that through a simple card game, visually impaired individuals can have a good time. What we've done is we've taken an old card game, euchre, that's been around for a couple of 100 years, and we've slightly adapted the cards so that a blind individual can identify the card that they are holding. I've been fortunate that Michael and other scouts have worked on this project with me. Michael, as part of his Eagle Scout project, has produced over 150 decks of euchre cards for the blind with the help of other scouts. And we're going to give those cards away to visually impaired individuals. Now, I'm not going to be able to read my notes while I'm playing or talking, so Michael and David are going to ask questions. What's the first question?
Why did you invent euchre cards for the blind?
The simple answer is to help my father. 6 years ago, my father, who was 85 years old at the time, went totally blind. And he was a card lover. He loved to play bridge and euchre and many types of card games. And our family was scrambling to try to figure out a way that he could continue to play cards. Fortunately, I was able to come up with a system for euchre cards where we could notch the edge of the card, and my father would be able to identify by touch which card he was holding.
Why didn't you just use Braille cards?
We actually did try Braille cards. Braille is wonderful for many blind and visually impaired individuals. It helps them read, it helps them in many ways, but unfortunately many senior citizens have neuropathy in their fingertips, which means they don't feel quite as well, and therefore Braille, particularly on cards, was difficult. Many seniors, like my father, just cannot use Braille cards. Therefore, we came up with a system, the notch system, to help them.
How does the notch system work?
The notch system is actually very easy. We have designed the notches so that a blind individual can quickly identify the card and play it as fast as most people would play their cards if they could see it. The suit of the card is identified across the top. Now you probably can't see the notches, but I'm holding a card and I'm sliding my finger across, and I know that this is a diamond based on the notch. If it were a club, it would have a small notch on the right side, the diamond is in the middle, the heart is to the left, and a spade is smooth on the top. If we go down the side, I know the denomination of the card, whether it's an ace, a king, a queen, etc. So I know that this is the jack of diamonds. Just as I know that this card is a heart, and it's the 9 of hearts. So the system works. It's easy for a blind person to identify what they're holding by quickly sliding their fingers.
Is the system difficult to learn?
Actually, the system is very easy. My father learned it in about 15 minutes, and many others have done the same. With a little practice, a visually impaired individual is able to play and keep the game going very smoothly, as fast as most other players. Now I'm going to take my blindfold off at this point. I hope that I've made the point that blind individuals, or those who are visually impaired, can play cards even if they can't see. Now, are there other questions?
Yes. Why did you choose Euchre rather than other games?
We chose Euchre because in Euchre we use a deck of 24 cards, and a card player never holds more than 5 cards in their hand at a time. So this simplifies the game, and it's easy for someone who's identifying the cards only with their fingers to play smoothly.
Why are you doing this video?
We're doing the video for a very simple reason. I'm trying to increase awareness of the need for recreational opportunities for the blind and visually impaired, and to show them that playing cards is one way they can do that. Now, we've been very fortunate through very generous donations, through volunteers, through contributions, and through selling some cards on Etsy. We have been able to pay for and produce and ship over 200 decks of cards to blind and visually impaired individuals around the country and those who serve the visually impaired. We've also come up with a deck of 52 cards, a regular deck of cards for a visually impaired person who's up for a little bigger challenge. We use the notch system, but it's a little bit more complicated. Now, if you would like to learn how to play euchre and you're visually impaired, or if you would like to help someone who is blind play cards, I would be happy to give you a deck of euchre cards for the blind free of charge. All you have to do is contact me at cardsfortheblind@gmail.com. That's cardsfortheblind@gmail.com. Now, if you would like to financially support this project, you can actually go online and purchase cards at Etsy. That's ETSY.com. And the money from the sale of the cards will go for the project and helping others. My name is Bill. I'm legally blind. I take blindness very seriously, and I also take card playing very seriously. So if you would like to join me as a visually impaired card player, contact me at cardsfortheblind@gmail.com. I'd once again like to thank Michael and David and my family and the contributors and all of those who have helped this project get started, and I think we'll be able to help many visually impaired people like me have a good time playing cards. Now let's play euchre.
Both great zoos.
Yeah.
I mean, really wonderful. But
Wow.
our great zoo.
Can you see that, Rick,
Yeah.
how that?
I've been to the Indianapolis Zoo several times.
Yeah.
I've never,